Let's talk about one of the most undervalued and underappreciated stocks in the market. Now, this stock not only has a great setup, but they are currently sitting at a $3.5 billion market cap. And every single year, they are bringing in around $12 billion and counting. Now, this growth has grown around 58% year over year, so we could expect next year to be north of around $13 to $16 billion. Now, this company has not only shown great strides within their business, but the chart setup looks absolutely primed for a new leg higher. Now, as this company does approach profitability going into quarter one of 2026, I do believe that a lot of investors are going to get their eyes on Oscar Health, which is the stock that we'll be breaking down in today's video. Now, we are going to go over a little bit of their financials, but mainly focus on their chart as we have gone over their financials in the past. All you guys need to know about their financials is that they are amazing. Not only are they bringing in around $12 billion in revenue currently, but they are narrowing these losses. And like I said, they're expecting to see profitability by 2026. Now, there are hundreds of reasons why Oscar is one of the most undervalued and underappreciated stocks within the market currently, but a few main points that I like to focus on is when this company IPO'd at $37, they were bringing in around $500 million a year in revenue. The company is currently sitting at $17 about 3 years later, currently sitting at about half the market cap they were at $37, and this company is now bringing in almost $15 billion a year. They went from $37 in share price with $500 million a year to now $17 with over $15 billion a year in revenue. These are some crazy equations that I think just simply don't add up. And in return, I think this equation will return to the mean as Oscar Health does explode in price. Now, let's stop yapping and go ahead and get into today's video. Really quickly, guys, before we do jump into this video, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing as always, as it does really help out this community. And additionally, guys, just a little bit of a give back for you guys. We have our Labor Day sale, which is currently running 25% off for our premium service. Now, the link for that is going to be in our bio, and you guys can see right here that code LABOR25 in all caps is going to give you guys 25% off premium. Now, I really do hope to see you guys in there, and let's jump into the video. Now, as we do get into this video, before I even show you guys the drawings and my projections for this stock, I do quickly want you guys to take a quick mental image of what we are seeing right here. You guys can see that we have this nice cup-like formation with this nice handle formation. Now, this is actually known as a cup and handle, which is one of the most bullish setups out on the market. And this right here in Oscar Health is probably the best one I have ever seen. Now, taking a look here, this is exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for a nice cup and then a nice handle. And after that handle is completed, you guys are going to see a large impulse wave higher. Now, this is exactly what we were expecting with Oscar Health. And as I do go ahead and show you guys some of my charts here, you guys can see this stock is looking amazing here. You guys can see I have a lot of projections, so let's go ahead and break this down piece by piece. Now, currently here, you guys can see we had that large impulse wave up working down into our handle, and it looks like we may have completed our handle down there. Now, there is going to be a few ways to tell this. First, we are going to look for continuation above this red line right here, currently sitting at $23.84. But most importantly right now is that we do break out of this downtrend and we do start a next wave higher. Now, we have already made a higher low, so that is step one, and I am expecting this stock to continue higher based off of recent news, ACA subsidizing extension, etc. Now, you guys can see right here, this yellow box is going to be our gap up. This is a gap up from around $18 to around $21, and we could see price fly through this range, literally happening within this week or next. I really do expect this stock to get very, very parabolic soon, and with UNH slowly rising back, I do expect Oscar to follow. Now, once we do break through this gap at around $20, we should see some resistance up here at around $23.84, like I said. But once we do complete that, that will indicate to us that this move has officially begun. Now, we do have around 1,300 shares at an average price of around $15, so we are already up a pretty good amount as the price is at $16.66, but we are expecting this to go much, much higher. Now, our third wave extension and our first main target is going to be at $37, and our third wave macro move or fifth wave micro move extension is going to be at $45. Now, what this means is we are going to be taking two trims. Our first trim is going to be very, very small here at our wave 3 move up around 124%. Now, our wave 5 move or our macro wave 3 move is going to be up around 171% from prices today and about 200% from our entry at around $15. Now, this is a great return nonetheless, and I expect all of this to happen by next year. Now, as this company does turn profitable, that is going to be the most important thing. Once they turn profitable, we are off to the races, guys. 100% moving, and we will see that happen very quickly. Now, after we do hit this $45 target, we are going to take a swift pullback, an ABC move down to our fourth wave extension. Now, that is going to take us back down to around $32 to $28. We could also see a bounce at around $37, but I do expect to bounce somewhere between around $35 to $30. Now, from there, we will be buying that dip and moving higher. Now, we will be moving all the way up to around $64.51 coming by 2027, as this company does look to extend those ACA subsidizing and grow their ICHRA plan. Now, as we look here, you guys can see that that's about a 300% gain from today's prices, and from our entry, that's about a 340% gain. So there is profits to be made all across the board with Oscar Health, and it is very, very clear to see when we do, stack up this chart compared to that beautiful cup and handle chart, how well this looks. You guys can see beautiful, beautiful chart right here, cup and handle, and you guys can see our extension lines up exactly with what we are looking at on our cup and handle, diagram here. So this is a very, very simple chart to follow. This is going to play out beautifully. And with this company continuing to grow their revenue, continuing to cut those losses, and we are seeing free cash flow absolutely rise, this company is going to get bought up. And I'm telling you guys, much like I have told you with Hims, Hood, Palantir, Oklo, all under $30, I do believe that this is going to be the next stock that is going to see a crazy, crazy, crazy jump in price over the next 2 years. I think this is going to turn into one of those retail darling stocks, much like Hims, Hood, Palantir, other names like that. Now, let's quickly go ahead and jump into my position before we wrap up this video, because I do want to show you guys these shares that I own. Now, jumping into our position really quickly, y'all know a stock looks primed when you can see it on the Robinhood chart right here. Seeing a line graph that perfectly outlines our cup and handle formation is all you possibly need to know. Now, the company is currently sitting up around 20% year to date, but they were up around 56% at one point, up to around $21.44. Now, I do expect the company to return there very, very shortly, and that will be a quite nice gain for us. But taking a look here, you guys can see in our taxable brokerage account, we have 750 shares at an average price of $15.30. Now, this comes out to a market value of around $12,400, and we're currently up around $1,000 in total. Now, Friday was a bit of a rough day, down around 4%, but nonetheless, I don't care too much. That's fine. We were up around $1,500 before that, and we're still up $1,000, so what's the big hoopla? Now, taking a look here at our Roth IRA as well, we do have 300 shares of Oscar at a little bit higher of a price, around $16.13, which I'm not the most happy with, but nonetheless, once we do zoom out and once we see prices at $60, what's it going to matter? Now, taking a look here, you guys can see we have about $5,000 in total market value, and we're only up around 2.6%, or around $126. Now, once again, we did see a nice little pullback on Friday, so this could be a great opportunity for you guys to buy this dip, but we were down around $200 or 4% on Friday. But Oscar Health is looking amazing nonetheless. Take this opportunity as a buy the dip strategy, and like I said, I expect this company to see all-time highs very, very soon, coming in 2026. Now, let's go ahead and wrap up this video by talking about some final points within Oscar. As we do wrap up this video, since we didn't cover as much financials as we normally do within Oscar Health, I do want to let you guys know a few key points that I'm taking a look at. Now, you guys can see in quarter 2 of 2025, revenue grew around 30% year over year to $2.86 billion. Obviously a large growth number that is very, very good to see. And you guys can also see that they reaffirmed and raised guidance from around $11.8 billion to around $12.2 billion. Another amazing stat right there. You guys can also tell that their membership is growing from around 1.58 million customers in 2024 to just over 2.03 in 2025, representing about a 28% growth in management and memberships. Now, this is very, very good stats to take a look at with Oscar Health. They also do roughly have around $5.4 billion in cash on hand. That means that this company is worth $3.5 billion, but they have $5.4 billion of cash on hand, and they're also bringing in $12 billion a year. Guys, this is a simple math equation, so I just want you guys to ask yourself, after adding up all of these numbers, what this company could be worth. You know, they're bringing in $12 billion a year, they have $5 billion in investments, they don't have any debt, and they are growing for the future. Now, if you were to add that up today, that would put you roughly at a market cap of around $20 billion. And at a $20 billion market cap, that puts Oscar at around $60 in share price. Now, that is currently my intrinsic value for the stock, and I do believe that they will reach that over the next 2 years. But if you guys have any other questions, please drop them in the comments down below, as I would be very happy to answer those for you. And lastly, make sure you guys do like and subscribe as always. Check out that free link in the description down below. And we have our Labor Day sale, so please check that out. Now, if you guys did make it to the end of the video, thank you guys as always. It really does help out the channel as you guys do watch these long-term videos. But we will have more videos out this week, so make sure you guys stay tuned, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Check out these 2 videos, and I'll see y'all later.